hasn't started yet.
It says watch live now. I just got a notification.
Oh, you did? Okay, I haven't
No,
gotten.
it says we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Yeah, we're
Yay!
live. Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
I'm gonna put the intro up, but my computer doesn't say we're live yet. So
Yeah, it says we're live.
it just says, oh, there it goes. It says having trouble getting it, and then oh, you're live. Great. All right.
Sorry,
so here
guys.
comes the intro. Sorry about that. Be back in a minute. Hey, everybody, we made it. Welcome to the show. It's the 4K Lowdown coming to you live on Monday the 9th. My name is David. My co-host is
Rich, a.k.a. Turner Fan 77.
Rich.
How
How
you
you
guys
doing
doing today? I'm doing great, man.
Good, man. Yeah, interesting. So yeah, I've got some weather issues going on. So there could be some internet stuff and all kinds of good things happening, but I've got a river running through my driveway, and it's kind of like that. And I've got a
some
crying
Iowa flood
grandbaby
going on.
that's just woke up from her nap and she's not happy. So yay, it's going to be fun. But anyway, so tonight we're going to talk about X and Q. So that was what we drew. That was a tough draw, bro.
Yeah,
a tough draft.
At least we got those letters out of the way now.
Yeah, we got them out of the way.
9
now,
episodes in.
We only have to deal with like Y and Z. I think those are the only other but those two will go together. Yeah. If we happen to draw it, and we will draw our next one because coming up in 2 weeks we're going to do E, and then in February we'll do our next letter or letters depending on what we get. And of course, if we draw a blank tile, that means we do numbers.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm watching numbers now.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Well, what'd you think of these movies when we watched them? I mean, it's like
there was a couple clunkers.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoyed them. Yeah. It's been a while since I revisited them. But yeah, some of the early X-Men movies. Of course, we had to pick X-Men. We picked every one of them. No,
almost. I think the only one we didn't get was Last Stand, and X-Men Origins Wolverine. I think we avoided. But hey, Mika, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I can't wait to see what we came up with too, and and also what our scores were because it was really interesting.
Yeah.
And I will say just a little hint that all the movies except for one were within 10 points apart.
Oh wow.
Score wise.
Nice. What's up, Rev?
And then we had one that just was a complete dumper. But yeah, Rev actually came on before the show started and said, hey, so
I didn't. I forgot to put my chats on.
That's okay. So all right. Was there anything that you hadn't seen? Of the group? Because there wasn't anything I hadn't seen.
Yeah, there was nothing I hadn't seen.
It was really, it's really like, okay, X and Q, it's pretty much,
Yeah, I had to revisit a couple because I hadn't seen them in a while. Like, which I'm probably for certain is one movie that I had to rewatch, make the bottom two.
Pretty sure I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't know if you're talking about the same one I'm talking about.
I don't know.
We'll have to find out.
But I'm serious. Like 1 through 11 the total spent, it's like 9.5 points apart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then number 12 is like number 12 went out for pizza. It was just like, no, we ain't gonna make it. It's like it's like 10 points back behind that. So it was like, oh, that was kind of weird. So it was actually the number 11 one, which was eliminated, it's only a half a point off.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have made it. So it was just kind of like, wow. But I knew the clunker as soon as I drafted it. I was like,
me too.
Yeah, I was like, oh well, yeah, well, I was running out of ideas for Q and X. So
yeah, that was hard.
There's only, I can't do Q the Winged Serpent because there's no way I could get you to watch that. And
there's no.
And I own it. And there's a few other ones where we're like, yeah, I can't get that, or you can't get it. And, so we had to go with the movies that we both had.
Mm-hmm. We had to stick to our rule.
That's the rule.
The golden rule.
We can't have already reviewed it. We have to own it or have it on digital, and it has to be accessible by the other person. So so that makes it an interesting thing.
It makes it tough,
Yeah, it makes it, especially with this one, because it made it for a really tough draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before we get started, I just want to apologize to you and anybody watching. If I start yawning, I apologize, because I'm going on 2 hours of sleep, and it's nothing to do with the show, nothing to do with the movies. Well, maybe one movie, but
maybe one movie.
So I'm just going to apologize now.
Yeah. Well, I probably won't be yawning, but that's mainly because it's only 7 o'clock my time. So
that's the dew here.
You got the dew going. I got the iced tea, and I got a bottle of water.
Nice.
So, and then my little tiny soda, which I'm about finished with. So,
I'm ready. Okay. If you're ready.
I'm ready. So let's get in. And we'll just get the our lowest score out of the way. It does have its points that I like, but it's just not a good movie. It just isn't.
And it's disappointing because I love the first one.
Yeah.
It has my dude in it. We are talking about the same fucking movie, right?
I'm pretty sure we are.
Queen of the Damned?
Yeah.
Okay. Phew.
Oh, yeah.
The first movie.
Oh, Queen of the Damned, and we just went.
Yeah.
Because it was, yeah. Ooh, I was watching that. I was like, ooh, that's tough. But I got to tell you, the soundtrack is great. I love the music in this. Yes. And that's kind of the name of the game, because Lestat was like doing a band and stuff like that. If you've read the book.
The books are. I encourage everybody to go read the Vampire Chronicles.
These books are so good.
That's the Vampire. What is it called?
I think it's Vampire Chronicles, isn't it?
Is it the TV show?
Vampire Academy is a TV show.
No, I was just Vampire Diaries. I didn't want to confuse the two.
Vampire Diaries, yeah, TV show.
Yeah, it's Vampire Chronicles.
No, I think it's Vampire Chronicles. Yeah, but it's Anne Rice, and I think she passed away recently. But Anne Rice did a great job with these books.
Mm-hmm.
Interview with a Vampire turned out way better than expected.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm excited for Queen of the Damned, because I really liked Aaliyah, and may she rest, because she passed away at a very young age. She was just about to hit big too. She was signed on to do Matrix.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Stuart Townsend is just not a good actor. I'm sorry.
No, he's terrible.
He is so bad.
Man.
So
it's like going from a 10, an A+ actor, and Tom Cruise, going down to like a D-.
Yeah. But it's like going, okay, you got Tom Hanks in the first movie, and then you got Colin Hanks in the second movie.
Yeah.
So in case you guys don't know, our number 12 movie, the first one eliminated from our countdown, is Queen of the Damned. And yeah, Amicus is one of my favorite authors. Yeah, mine too, absolutely. Dell's in the house. What's up, Dell?
What's up, Dell?
So yeah, it's from 2002. Had a budget of $35 million, made only $30.1 million in the box office, so it didn't even make its money back. I couldn't get a video sale thing on it. But let's go to the scores. For cast, you were at a 5, I was at a 7. Acting, we were both at a 5. For the trailer, we were both at a 6. Ending, you went 5, I went 8. For story, you went 9, I went 7. For script, you went 7, I went 6. Cinematography, you went 5, I went 7. Direction, we were both at a 5. Wasn't very well directed. Music, you were at a 9, I was at a 10. That's the saving grace of this movie.
Yeah.
Only thing that's good, really, quality-wise, is the music. And then for the wild card, as it's a horror movie, although it seems more like a fantasy, you went 6 and I went 8 for the wild card. Total scores, you gave it a 63. I gave it a 69. IMDb gives it a 5.2, and Rotten Tomatoes went 17% for the critics score and 66% for the audience score. Our total average score comes out to 66 as well. And she's
yeah,
it was damned from the start. If this would have been better, then we would have got Memnock the Devil, and that's my favorite out of the book series. I'm really sad that this had to be the second movie, and it really killed the franchise. It killed that whole book series. They weren't going to do the third one after this. And Mika, you were exactly right. So sad to lose her.
Yeah.
Her acting career, she was just starting to take off. It was like she had signed like 2 major deals. I mean, one was Matrix for sure.
I thought she was attached to the Matrix.
Yeah, she was attached to the Matrix, and then she was supposed to get something else, some other really big deal, like 2 really big deals right in a row. And then, she dies in the plane crash. So, yeah, real sorry to see her go. She was great in Romeo Must Die.
I love that movie.
I loved her in that. So yeah, really sad to lose her. But
this is a terrible movie. Also, but go check out on AMC, Interview with the Vampire. That show is fantastic. They do the book justice and the acting. The 2 actors they got for Lestat and Louis, perfect.
Nice. Yep. All right.
All I have.
Okay. So let's check out our number 9 movie. And like I said, our number 9 movie just narrowly missed the countdown. So, excuse me, our number 11 movie almost went the other way. Number 11, just missing the top 10, is X-Files: Fight for the Future.
I figured this would be it.
But like I said, it just barely misses it.
Yeah. I like this movie a lot.
I enjoyed it, but I really like the series more. And you can tell, you can tell that Gillian Anderson and, in a larger sense, David Duchovny are TV actors.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really that good. Mm-mm. And I don't know, there was something about the story in this one that kind of bugged me.
What do you mean?
Well, and it wasn't too bad because I ended up giving it a decent score, but something about how it played out was like they were really, you kind of wanted that. I wanted that. Okay, because in the series you never get aliens, blah blah blah. You get like something strange in the neighborhood, and then and then it's done, or they don't have any explanation for it. They never answer the question. And this is one where I was like, okay, they're finally going to answer the question. Are we alone in the universe? And they still don't answer the question.
I think they do.
I didn't get that answer. I didn't get the answer that I wanted anyway.
I thought they were. I need to watch Mayfair Witch. I haven't started it yet. I need to resubscribe to.
I've heard good things about
AMC.
That movie. Yeah. But anyway, so let's talk about X-Files: Fight the Future. It's from 1998. The budget on it was 66 million. It made 189.1 million in the box office. That's 2.9 times. So it just made the money, almost made the money that it needed to. I did not get a number on the video sales, but yeah, it was good. It was good enough. I think I just rewatching it. I was like, okay. I still enjoyed it, but I could see why I hadn't seen it since.
Yeah, I don't own it on Blu-ray. I had to dust off my DVD.
I dust off my DVD. Yeah, I have it on DVD. So, but yeah, but still, good movie. I just think it was, it could have been a TV movie, and it would have been, about the same.
Yeah, I agree.
Dell's only seen a couple episodes of the X-Files, never saw the movies. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's one series I'd like to own because I really like the series. Yeah. I have, because they broke up the show into pieces for certain things, I have the super soldier stuff, the one that talked about the super soldiers.
Yeah,
it's like
I have all those sets.
It's like it goes through the entire series and picks out just the stuff on super soldiers and puts it all together in one timeline. And I thought that was kind of cool. That's neat to watch.
Yeah.
But
I own seasons 1 through 5 or 6 on DVD, and then the broken up ones, like you just said. And then I had them on sale on iTunes a few years ago for like $15 for the whole series. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna nab it.
That's good. Yeah, now it's just so expensive to buy.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray set would be neat.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to have the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I would like to get the Blu-ray set. And even though I have the DVD set, I'd like to get the Blu-ray set of Fringe if I could get it, if it's possible. Because I like Fringe. Fringe is my.
I like Fringe.
What I think X-Files could have been. I think if they could have moved into something like that, that would have been really neat. Okay, so let's go to the score. So for cast, we're both at a 10, easily recognizable. It's got everybody from Cancer Man to the Mitch Pileggi, who is the lieutenant or the main guy. It's got everybody from the series. So, awesome. Acting, you went 8, I went 6. Like I said, I thought it was more of, acting for TV than it was for movies. For the trailer, you went 10, I went 8. I thought the trailer was solid. Ending, we were both at a 7. For the story, you went 10, I went 8. Again, there's just some things that were bugging me about the story. For script, we were both at an 8. Cinematography, you went 5, I went 6. For direction, we were both at a 6. Music, we were both, I'm sorry, you were at a 6, I was at a 5 for music. And for the wild card, as it's a sci-fi movie, you went 9, I went 8. IMDb gave this a 7.0. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 66. Audience score 72. You gave this movie a 79, and I gave it a 72 for a total average score 75.5. So like I said, it's almost 10 points higher than what we gave Queen of the Damned.
What's up, Rev?
And it just makes the cut. Just misses the cut.
Yeah.
What's up, Rev? I don't know if you just came back or if you've been hanging out the whole time, but welcome back if you just came back. All right. So yeah. So now we're getting into the top 10, and
this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be interesting. Couple of surprises, but like I said, the points are so close together. We could literally change a point here and there, and the whole order changes. That's how close everything is.
I think this took us the longest to draft our movies.
It did, because we were like, oh, I wanted that one. Okay, give me a minute. We had to go for stuff. And then it was like, do you have this one? No, damn it. Okay, so yeah, it took us a long time to do this draft. Yeah. So all right, so coming in at number 10, just making the countdown, is XXX, The Return of Xander Cage. And I don't know if I expected this to be higher. I don't think I did.
I didn't.
I expected this, but as far as action movies go, it's a really good action movie. But is it well acted and stuff? No. It's but it's it's got Donnie frickin' Yen in it, and then the action's good.
What's up, really old movies?
Is that Harrison? What's up, Harrison? Thanks for jumping in. So we're getting into our X and Q countdown, and this just makes our top 10. So Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage is from 2017, had a budget of $85 million, made $345 million in the box office, and video sales $12.4 million. So it made 4.1 times its production budget, which is good. It made its money.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the scores, we both gave the cast a 10. We both gave the acting a 5. For the trailer, you went 8. I went 9. For the ending, you went 8. I went 9. For the story, we were both at a 7. For script, you went 6, and I went 6. Cinematography, you went 8. I went 9. For direction, we were both at a 6. For music, you went 7. I went 6. And for the wild card as an action movie, we were both at a 10. And don't forget Tony Jaa. You are absolutely right, my friend. And Mika has not seen any of the Triple X films. I'm not going to say you're missing a whole lot.
Yeah,
because you're not. They're just fun action junkie stuff. Is what it is. There's a whole bunch of stunts, a whole bunch of action, not a whole lot of dialogue. The plot's really simple. Everything's kind of straightforward. You just watch it for the stunts and the fight scenes. That's kind of why I like it. So where are we? IMDb gave this a 5.2. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 45%. Audience score 37%. You gave this a 75. I gave it a 77 for our average score 76, and it just makes number 10 on the countdown. I like the first Triple X too. Yeah, I like the second one too. The second one's probably my least favorite, but I liked Ice Cube in it. I thought it was fun. A lot of action in it. If we watch all it. Mm-hmm. So I know that's the one we're doing right now is your favorite. Yeah.
Love you.
Oh, love you too. Thanks. My daughter had to butt in. She's like, which one's my favorite? I said, yeah, it's the one we're reviewing right now. So, but yeah, Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage comes in.
It's worth watching once.
It is. I think it's fun. I've seen it so many times, and I recently bought the 4K because the action.
I remember one of your unboxings.
Yeah, the action's really good. It's got Dolby Atmos, so I'm in. I'm a sound whore, so I'm gonna get all those movies that are like that if I think I'm gonna like the action in it.
Yeah. See, I had it on Blu-ray. I bought it on Black Friday one year.
Mm-hmm.
Watched. That was the first time watch, and then I hadn't watched it until this.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to number 9 on our countdown.
Uh-oh.
Now you had a tie.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, for 8 and 9. So again, we went by the highest individual score. That's how we break the tie.
Okay.
So coming in at number 9. So number 9 and number 8 have the same score, but 8 had the highest individual score. So coming in at number 9 on the countdown is The Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
As far as the Daniel Craig, James Bonds, this is probably my least favorite.
Me too. I 100% agree with that.
But when we're trying to find cues, you brought this up. I was like, damn it, I was going to pick that. But I mean, that's how it was though. You'd pick one and I was like, shoot, that was going to be my next one. And then I'd pick one, you go, shoot, that was going to be my next one. And that's how pretty much we did the draft.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours of trying to get 12 movies picked. I think we had to take a break because we had to go and look through our shelves, see if we can find anything else. And I think that's how I got Queen of the Damned. We didn't even do alternates. We didn't even do alternates for this one because it was
we didn't. That's right. We did.
No, we'll just do the 6 and just go with it.
Yeah.
There was no way we were going to do alternates for this. So it was really funny. Anyway, so Quantum of Solace is from 2008, had a budget of $230 million.
Oof.
Made $591.6 million in the box office, $58.7 million in video sales, for a total profit of 2.6 times the production budget. So it's not bad, considering how much money it cost to make this movie. It didn't do too shabby. Yeah, because Q is tough. Q is really tough. And X was tough too, because there's a whole bunch of X-Men in this countdown. I'm just a whole bunch of X-Men in this countdown. But anyway, so let's go to the scores. So for cast, you were at an 8, I was at a 10. Acting, you went 9, I went 8. For the trailer, you went 7, I went 8. Ending, you went 7, I went 6. Story, you went 7, I went 8. For script, we were both at a 7. Cinematography, you were at a 10, I was at an 8. Direction, you went 7, I went 6. For music, you went 8, I went 7. And for wild card as an action movie, you went 7, I went 8. So even though we were kind of a point difference, we just kind of evened out. IMDb gave this a 6.6. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 64%, audience score 58%. Our average score, you gave it a 77, I gave it a 76, for a total of 76.5. And that's taken our number 9 spot.
Definitely the weakest one out of Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I agree with that. I did still like I dug the cinematography. I dug the scene. It was still a good watch. It really dragged. That's kind of what bugs me, is it really drags. I have pace issues with it.
It felt like a 4-hour movie at one point.
It did. It felt like a really long movie. And I'm like, really? It's only like 2 hours and 12 minutes or something like that. But it was good. And it made our countdown. But yeah, if I'm going to pick a James Bond movie, this wouldn't have been a pick for me.
I'm not looking forward to rewatching it when I hit because I'm in 007 now.
Yeah. And you got to do it again.
Yeah.
You just pretend like you did it, because you already saw it. And it's the new year. We can count it. I'll let you slide on that.
Oh, okay.
All right. As long as you have my approval, then it's fine.
That's right.
All right. So coming in at number 8 with the same score, the same average score as Quantum of Solace, is Queen and Slim.
I dug this movie. If you guys have not seen Queen and Slim, do yourself a favor. Watch it. Oh, I forget this guy's the lead actor in this. He is absolutely amazing actor. And this girl.
I know it's not right, but I call him Daniel Kaluuya. But I think it's Kaluuya or something like that. But I always get it mixed up and I say Kaluuya. But you can see his name there at the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, it's a well done movie.
Yeah. I love this movie. I'm kicking myself for not buying the 4K.
Yep. We'll say Rev says Quantum of Solace is cheeks. I'm not sure what that means, Rev.
He was giving me a hard time for watching the Blue's Clues movie.
Oh, well, you got kids. Of course you watch.
I know.
Harrison says he still needs to see it. It's the only Daniel Craig one he hasn't seen. Nope. All right.
Yeah. Definitely watch it though.
Quantum of Solace is the weakest of the Craig Bond flicks. Yep.
Yeah.
Dell loves Queen and Slim.
So good.
Yeah. See, it doesn't look like Kaluuya. I know it's like Kaluuya or something like that, right? But
he's easily becoming one of my favorite actors. When I see him in something, I will watch it.
Yeah. I dug him. I dug him in Nope, right? Or isn't even Nope? Did I get that right? I don't know if that's him. I think it's him. Yeah, he's the brother in Nope, right?
Yeah. He's in Jordan Peele's Get Out too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good actor.
Yeah. He's great. I mean, when he pops up in something, I'm in because I want to see it.
He wasn't watching with his kids, but it's cool.
Oh, Rev.
Oh man.
I was gonna be honest. I watched it. I'm gonna count it. You know.
Yeah.
So
Good. Yeah.
why not? But I didn't send you the score.
You can send me the score. We probably won't do it on the show, but you can send me the score.
That's funny.
And when I talk about your 5 highest rated scores, I'll be like, and your Blues Clues movie got an 86. All right. So Queen and Slim is from 2019. Had a budget of 20 million, made 47.9 million in the box office, so 2.4 times its budget, and 2.5 million in video sales. Going to the scores for cast, you went 7, I went 5. For acting, you went 10, I went 8. For the trailer, we're both at a 7. For the ending, this is where we differed. You went 10, I went 6, and I'm trying to figure out why. But there was just something. I'm trying to figure out why I went so low, because there was just, I don't know. There's something missing. It didn't go long enough. I wanted it.
I mean,
think
to
that's
me,
what it was.
it was
I
a very
didn't get the
realistic
closure
ending.
that I wanted. I wanted it to.
I don't want to spoil it.
I wanted more. I don't want to spoil it.
It's
It's only a couple years old, but I wanted more out of it. Is my problem with it. But for story, both at a 10. It's a beautiful story. For script, you went 8, I went 9. For cinematography, you went 7, I went 6. For direction, you went 7, I went 8. For music, you went 7, I went 5. And for wild card, I think we went thriller. We were both at an 8. IMDb gave this a 7.1. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 83%. Audience score 92%. You gave it an 81. I gave it a 72. Total score 76.5.
Great film. Again, guys, check it out if you have not seen it.
Yep. It is fantastic and everything I've seen him in. Oh, great. Yeah, he was in Widows. That's right. I liked Widows.
I forgot about that.
I am a huge Viola Davis fan. I liked Widows. Liam Neeson in there. I liked Liam Neeson. He was the bad guy. I liked him as the bad guy.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Great movie.
I still need to add that to my collection.
Yeah. I need to add that too. Because that and Black Klansman were 2 movies that I just watched on the side.
Oh man.
I wasn't sure I was gonna buy it. And I was fantastic. Like, those two I absolutely want.
Somehow I got Black Klansman in 4K.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
But Dell says he won an Oscar for Judas and the Black Messiah. Oh, he absolutely deserved it.
Thank you for the information, because I had no clue.
Yeah, it was good. All right, so Queen and Slim,
great film.
Taking our number 8 spot. All right, so here we go with number 7. Number 7 is the first of many, and the very first X-Men movie.
This is yours, right?
This is mine. This was my pick. It'll be hard for us to determine who picked what X-Men movie, but we picked way more than the X-Men movie. I think we picked 4 X-Men movies. We're doing X and Q.
Oh,
there's not many choices. So
that's so funny.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked a minimum of 4 X-Men movies.
Yeah, there's 1.
I know. I got 2, and I think you got 2.
2, 3. Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah.
We did 4 X-Men movies. Spoiler alert.
4 X-Men movies. Spoiler alert. We picked 4 X-Men movies, but I knew everybody. Everybody knew that was gonna. He just new X-Men had to make an appearance. No.
No.
Harrison. No. Come on.
So, another buddy of mine has been trying to get me to watch that movie, and I just can't bring myself to do
it. I've seen it, but
I have not.
I don't own it, so it doesn't fit our rules. We'll just say it doesn't fit the rules. We're not going to say that we wouldn't pick that movie, but it doesn't fit our rules for choosing a movie. It falls outside the spectrum. All right, so the first X-Men movie is from 2000.
Wow.
Had a budget of 75 million, made 296.8 million in the box office, so that's 4 times its budget. I did not get a video sales number on it, but going to the scores for cast, we're both at a 10. Acting, you went 7, I went 8. For the trailer, you went 10, I went 8. For the ending, you went 8, I went 9. Story, you went 10, I went 8. Script, we were both at an 8. Cinematography, you went 5, I went 7. For direction, we were both at a 7. For music, you went 5, I went 6. And for wild card, it's a fantasy movie. We were both at a 10. IMDb gave this a 7.3. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 82. Audience score 83. You went 80 and I went 81. So this one got an 80.5. And at 80.5, it takes our number 7 spot. So we're just cracking 80.
Yeah. I remember, I mean, if it wasn't for the X-Men, I don't think we would have got Spider-Man and what we have now. That really opened the floodgates, I think, is the Fox's X-Men movies.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, we can mine these comic book properties now and make movies.
Yeah. We actually have the special. We can have the skills. We can do this stuff. But yeah, so never seen it. First movie with the next I could think of. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not good. I'm just gonna say.
Is that Olivia Newton-John, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Hey, she rest.
Yeah.
What's up, Nate? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Nate?
We're just counting down our favorite movies beginning with X and Q. So we just landed on our first X-Men movie. There will be more.
3 more.
3 more. All right. So let's move into number 6. We're getting ready to start our top 5. So coming in at number 6, this was a surprise for me. This actually went higher than I thought it would. But I really like this movie. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's got a great cast, and that is The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. I bought this 4K, watched it once, and I put it away and hadn't revisited it since. And man, this is a great movie.
Nate's looking forward to next week.
Next week's gonna be a blast, guys.
Yeah. We're on in 10 days, brother. We're gonna go do the Lowdown Awards. It's gonna be awesome. X-Men almost ruined by Halle Berry's terrible accent. What accent? She got no accent.
Halle Berry's a terrible actress.
She is not. So, Rev, next week is the 2022 Lowdown Awards next Thursday, where we're awarding movies that came out on physical media or streaming over last year. Nate and Alex from Geeks and Flicks will be on with us. We've already had our, excuse me, we had our nomination show.
That was on Instagram.
Yeah, which was a lot of fun. So we're going to take our nominations, put it out there, and then everybody in the chat's going to vote for the winner. Everything's going to be on YouTube. I'm going to do polls for every category, and the winners will be chosen by the people in the chat. So hopefully you guys can
Everybody tunes in next week. Next Thursday, right?
Yeah, next Thursday the 19th.
And vote.
Yeah. Love Quick and the Dead. Me too. I had a lot of fun. That was a great rewatch for me because that's when I just got in 4K. That was a lot of fun.
Good in 4K.
Yeah, it looks pretty good in 4K. I was really impressed. Yeah. Sharon Stone, Russell Crowe, Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Choose it up a little bit.
Yeah. That was really his. He was the big thing. Oh, Gary Sinise in the beginning. I dig this movie. But all right. So, Quick and the Dead, 1995. Had a budget of 32 million, and get this, only made 18.5 million in the box office. So it barely made half its money back.
That's
a bummer. I think
really
it did pretty good on video sales, but I couldn't get a number for that. But yeah, Mika's like all-star cast. Absolutely. Yeah. So such a huge cast of people, that really kind of hit big after this. And and then you're like, oh man, or we're just about to hit big. So let's go to the scores on it. Because we are way off from what Rotten Tomatoes has. For cast, we're both at a 10. Huge cast. Acting, you went 10, I went 7. For the trailer, you went 9, I went 6. And all I had was the stupid, out on DVD, and I couldn't find another trailer anywhere else. There was no trailer on Vudu, and the trailer on IMDb was just
that's the one. I mean, I was excited. That made me want to watch. I would watch it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like the trailer. The ending, though, we were both at a 10. Love that gunfight at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Story, you went 9, I went 8. Script, you went 8, I went 7. For cinematography, you went 5, I went 7. For direction, you went 6, I went 8. Music, you went 5, I went 7. And for wild card as an action western, we were both at a 10. IMDb gave this a 6.5. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 58. Audience score 53. You actually gave this a higher score than I did, even though it was my pick. You gave it an 82, and I gave it an 80 for a total average score of 81, and it just misses our top 5. I don't think it had any push when it came out. I don't remember hearing about it until me neither. I don't remember hearing about it in the theater at all. It wasn't until they were advertising it, coming out on DVD, that we actually heard about it. Dell's, Gene Hackman killed it in this one. I like Gene Hackman as an actor in general. So, but I thought he was basically the same, but my pick for E, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Gene Hackman's in it. My pick for E. That's Gene Hackman.
I don't remember.
I'll tell you after the show. I'm not going to spoil it on here, but that's one where I really like Gene Hackman in it.
I'm looking right now. No, I don't know. Because a couple of movies I haven't seen.
All right. I'm pretty sure you've seen this, though. But we'll see. Okay. So we're coming to the top 5.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're coming to the top 5. Which one do you think takes the number 5 spot?
I am going to go with X-Men 2.
Ooh. Nope. Damn. But you're close.
That's my pick, so.
Yeah. Coming in at number 5 is A Quiet Place Part 2.
What? Recount.
I want to recount. But like I said, not by much.
Yeah, this is a fantastic film. This one is just as good as the first one, if not a little bit better.
Yeah, you see, I like the first one a lot better than this one, but I still like this one.
I mean, I like that it opens the world up more. You get to see, me too, Mika, me too. You get to see day one-ish. And I think that's what the new one's called. It's actually day one.
Yeah, it is called day one.
You get to see a little bit of that.
Yeah, me too.
You see more people.
I like both of these movies. I absolutely did.
What? Quiet Place was shaping up better than the first, and it ends where the third act started. Huh. I don't know. I'm excited for the third one. There's a spin-off coming. So you're still there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Me too, Mika. I'm really interested to see where they go. What's his face did a great job directing and acting.
I'm gonna change this because this is not. I did the math wrong. I'm sorry.
I was just kidding.
My math was off. No,
What's up, Movie Hunter?
actually, X-Men 2 and Quiet Place 2 tied. But
so technically I was right.
So yes, you were right. I'm gonna change my thing. Because Quiet Place 2 has the highest individual score, so that one actually takes fourth spot.
Nice.
It's not gonna be that way on the outro, and I'm gonna apologize right now, but I'm not gonna redo it. So so yeah, coming in at we'll jump back, but coming in at number 5 is X2. But I hadn't done the scores yet or anything, so okay. X2 X-Men United is from 2003, had a budget of 125 million, made 406.3 million in the box office. I couldn't get a video sales one. For cast, we were both at a 10. For acting, we were both at a 7. For the trailer, you went 10, I went 9. For ending, we were both at a 9. Story, you went 10, I went 7. Script, we were both at an 8. Cinematography, you went 6, I went 9. Direction, we were both at a 7. Music, we were both at a 6. And Wild Card as a fantasy movie, we were both at a 10. IMDb gives this one a 7.4. Rotten Tomatoes critic score and audience score both were 85%. You gave this an 83 and I gave it an 82 for a total average score of 82.5. Now, coming in at number 4 is Quiet Place Part 2, and I apologize again because it also gets an 82.5. But when I did the math manually on my paper and I came out with an 82, but when I had it, I put it in my spreadsheet and it calculated an 82.5. So that's what I'm going with. All right. So Quiet Place Part 2 is from 2020, had a budget of 61 million, made 296.6 million in the box office. That's 4.9 times its production budget, 12.9 million on video sales. Yeah. And X2 made actually 4 times its production budget. I had to do the math just now. All right. So for Quiet Place 2, for cast, you went 8, I went 10. For acting, you went 10, I went 7. For the trailer, you went 10, I went 7. For the ending, we were both at a 9. Story, you went 10, I went 6. I had some problems with the story. For script, you went 10, I went 8. Cinematography, you went 6, and I went 7. For direction, you went 10, I went 7. Music, you went 6, I went 5. And for horror movie, we were both at a 10 for the wild card. So you gave Quiet Place 2 an 89, and I gave it a 76. So that brings it down to an 82.5. But because You had the higher individual score that puts it at 4th place. All right. Now I'm caught up. Now I'm right. All right. So, yeah, I don't know what it was, but there was something about the story for 2 that I didn't like. I loved the movie. I love that whole franchise, but something about the story bugs me, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. I think the whole thing with Cillian Murphy, and I love Cillian Murphy, but the whole thing with him just didn't make any sense to me. Just like all of a sudden they spring him into this, but I knew John Krasinski couldn't be in this movie except in the beginning. I did like that where they kind of showed a piece of the beginning of how it started. I'm really looking forward to day 1. I think that's going to be awesome. But yeah. Oh, well, it's funny. Let's see. So Harrison says probably my favorite X-Men film, not counting the Wolverine movies, even X-Men Origins. I don't know. A Quiet Place films have been some theater experiences. You could hear a pin drop. The suspension tensions of the film were great.
Yeah.
I got to agree. I normally do not like movies where there's not a lot of talking. Dell also likes X2. X2 is fun. I had blast watching that movie. Halle Berry aside, because but I think there was a model, a supermodel, like way back when. I mean, probably in the 80s or early 90s. Her name was Iman or Iman. It was her accent that reminded me of Storm, and I think she could have been Storm, just talking normal. Yeah. And she was also like 6'1" and just beautiful.
Yeah, she was gigantic.
Yeah, she's just gorgeous, and I think she would have made a perfect Storm, especially Origins. Yeah, I was just like, I enjoyed X-Men Origins up until the whole thing with Deadpool, and I'm like, that's supposed to be Deadpool. That didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I really liked X2, and yeah, I'm I knew that these movies would all be in the top 5.
Yeah.
It was going to be X-Men's and Quiet Places. It was
yeah.
That's what was going to happen. Kind of knew it was going to happen. So let's get into number 3. And taking the number 3 spot on our countdown is Days of Future Past.
I think I really enjoy this one. This one and First Class are just so fun to watch back to back.
Oh yeah. Love this.
I even enjoy Apocalypse.
I enjoyed Dark Phoenix. I didn't have a problem with Dark Phoenix. But I like all the X-Men movies, but yeah, I think they messed up Dark Phoenix, and I think they messed this one, and First Class are my favorites out of this new series. And I did really like the road cut of this, and I've
never seen it.
I think it's on my Vudu.
It is.
Yeah. So check it out when you get a chance. Basically, they replace a lot of the Kitty Pryde stuff, a lot of the Shadowcat stuff, with Rogue doing it.
With Suki? Suki from she plays Rogue from True Blood. I can never think of her name.
Oh, okay. I've never seen True Blood, so
okay.
No,
I just call her Suki.
It's Anna Paquin, yes. Yeah. The original Rogue from the first movies. Yeah. Because they, in the Rogue cut, because not to spoil it for you guys, but I'm sorry. How old is this movie? 2014. It's almost 10 years. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, I apologize. Spoiler alert. But when Shadowcat gets hurt, she's doing the whole thing, and Logan has his dream or whatever, and he cuts her. They go and get Rogue to come and take her place.
Well, did she take Keep Price power.
Yeah, she absorbs her power so she can continue doing the thing. So there's a lot more Rogue. It's like 18 minutes more of Rogue and some other stuff, and it kind of changes the complexion of the movie a little bit.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of happens the same way, but with Rogue, there's that weird thing with her and Bobby, Iceman, because they had the relationship, and now he's kind of with Shadowcat, and there's kind of a little tension there, and it's kind of interesting. But I don't know why they cut her out of it, but seeing the Rogue cut was kind of interesting. So I think that the scores would have been too similar, so I didn't end up picking Rogue cut when she picked Days of Future Past.
Right.
Harris says, I think it should have ended with this one. I like that it reconnected some of the issues with X-Men 3. The other two after this disappointed me. Okay. I thought Apocalypse was good.
I like Apocalypse.
I liked Apocalypse, and Apocalypse kind of led to that Dark Phoenix thing. And like I said, I was okay with Dark Phoenix. I think I gave it like low 7s.
I enjoy New Mutants more than I do Dark Phoenix.
I like New Mutants, but I wanted that gorier. I wanted that to be a full-on horror movie.
Yeah, they weren't going to do that.
They weren't going to do that. But I enjoyed New Mutants. It was fun. I liked it.
Anya Taylor-Joy, man, I love her.
Oh, she's doing so well. I'm so proud of her with Last Night in Soho and The Menu. She was really good in that. I really like her. She's got that classic beauty too.
Yeah. She looks like she doesn't belong in this time.
Exactly. She belongs in the 50s and 60s, which is why Last Night in Soho worked really well for her. Yeah. I remember, when she did Morgan, that was one of her first movies. We went and saw that in the theater, and it wasn't a great movie by any means, but we saw her and we're like, oh, she's going to hit big.
It took her a while, but she did. Yeah. That Netflix series she did was really good.
Yeah.
The chess one, what is it called?
Queen's Gambit. Yeah. Oh man, she was so good in that. Yeah.
She's one of my favorites.
Yeah. All right, let's dig into Days of Future Past. That's kind of funny. But this is one of my favorite storylines with the X-Men too.
Me too.
Is the Days of Future Past storyline. All right, so for cast, we're both at a 10. Acting, we were both at a 7. For the trailer, you went 9, I went 10. For ending, we were both at a 10. Story, we were both at a 9. Script, we were both at an 8. For cinematography, you went 9, I went 6. For direction, you went 7, I went 8. For music, you went 7, I went 5. And for wild card, oh, I'm sorry, I switched that. I was the top number and you were the bottom number. So I went, so you were at a 10, I was at a 9 with the trailer. You were a 6 and I was a 9 with the cinematography. You were an 8, I was a 7 with the direction. So I actually flopped the numbers. I put my numbers on top for this one. It messed me up. You were at 5 and I was at 7 with the music, and you went 10 for the wild card. I went 9. So total scores, you went 83 and I went 85. So we gave it an average score of 84, and it takes our number 3 spot. IMDb gave this a 7.9. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 90 and audience score 91. And then for the budget, it had a budget of $200 million. This is from 2014. Made $747.8 million in the box office, $77.8 million in video sales, taking 3.7 times its production budget.
That's good.
So it made good money. It is. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're coming up on our final 2 spots.
And both these next 2 movies are fantastic flicks. So either whatever it lands number 1, either one of them is a good pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Boy, we're doing good on time too, bro.
Are we?
Yeah, we're just barely at an hour.
Nice.
All right, so let's let's get into number 2. And really, like I said, there's a half a point separating 1 and 2. So, coming in at number 2 is A Quiet Place. And I loved this movie when it came out. It was such a huge surprise. Great job. And John Krasinski's like, I'm afraid of horror movies. They scare the crap out of me. I didn't want to do a horror movie. But when I read the script, I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And Emily Blunt was not going to do this movie.
Really?
Yeah, because she doesn't like scary movies either. So she had something else working at the same time, and it was kind of she was doing Mary Poppins. Ooh. And she didn't want to do the horror movie at the same time. She was doing Mary Poppins. But,
that's a different kind of movie.
Yeah, that's that's definitely a lower budget than Mary Poppins. But no, she was filming Mary Poppins, and then so she recommended someone else for the lead role to her husband, because Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are married. So he goes to ask her, but he asked her, but he didn't send her the script. Well, his wife read the script, and okay, wait. So yeah, New Mutants needed to fully commit to horror, and it never did. I agree with that. They weren't going to. Great from A Quiet Place. As a horror fan, this is well done. Yes. Yeah. Movie Hunter goes, I already know what David's number 1 is. It's Extreme Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, gonna throw in some Dave After Dark.
Yeah.
No?
No.
What is that, Movie Hunter? I'll check it out. What's up, Colin? Extreme Girls Gone Wild. That's hilarious. Anyway, so A Quiet Place, great film, and like I said, you could have interchanged these two at the top 2 spots. I wouldn't have been upset either way.
Me neither.
In fact, the top 5, I think the top 5 is exactly what I expected. Not necessarily in the order I expected, but or the order I placed it at first. So A Quiet Place is from 2018, had a budget of 17 million, made 334.8 million in the box office, 24.8 million in video sales, altogether 19.7 times its production budget. So of course they're going to do another one.
Yeah. They franchise that bitch.
They're gonna franchise. They're gonna spit these out like they're gonna be like the Saw movies. There's gonna be like 15 of them. Yeah. But let's get to the scores. So for cast, you went 5. I went 7. For acting, we were both at a 10. The trailer, we were both at a 10. Oh my god, this is my favorite trailer of the group. Yeah. Ending, you went 9. I went 8. Story, you went 10. I went 8. For script, we were both at a 10. Cinematography, you went 6. I went 8. Direction, you went 10. I went 9. For music, we were both at a 6. And which is kind of funny because there's really no sound in this movie. So you really only get music at the end credits and stuff like that. And then for Wild Card as a horror movie, we were both at a 10. Again, you went higher than me. You went 86.
Listen, I love this movie.
Yeah, I do too. You went 86. I went 83. IMDb gave this a 7.5. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 96%. Audience score 83%. And our average score is 84.5, taking the number 2 spot on our countdown. Yeah. Great. I did not see it in the theater. And
I did.
I'm kind of sorry I didn't. It was I think it would have been really cool to just having it dead quiet in there.
Yeah.
But like I usually don't like movies that there isn't a lot of dialogue. Like the beginning of There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis, and it's a phenomenal movie. but the first 15 minutes there's no talking, and I can't stand it. Bugs the hell out of me. So with that, I don't own the movie. I don't, because I won't watch it again. But watching it that one time was great. But yeah, it's just stuff like that was like, I didn't like The Artist, and that was one that they kind of did as a silent movie in black and white, and I couldn't get through it. I couldn't watch it.
I wouldn't like that. I mean,
yeah, I think they just went too far. They were trying to be artistic, for lack of a better word, but I don't know. It just didn't work for me. Okay, so we're getting into our number one movie. You know it. I know it. Everyone probably suspects it's coming. It's Extreme Girls Gone Wild, 1997. No, it's X-Men First Class. It's our, and of course, I would know the year that Extreme Girls Gone Wild came out, but
There's more than one version.
Yes, I know. There's more than one. There are sequels. But I'm not supposed to tell them that.
I already know.
All right.
It's funny.
Yeah. So X-Men First Class, and it's actually older than I thought, which is funny, but it's from 2011.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess if Days of Future Past was 14.
Yeah, it makes sense after we got through it, but I was like, when that being my first pick, I was like, 2011, really? It's more than 10 years old? Yep, it sure is. So I had a budget of 160 million.
We already did X though.
Made 355.4 million in the box office. What do you say? Yeah. I own all the sequels. Yep.
In 4K.
In 4K. With Dolby Atmos. Because you got to get that sound. You got to get that surround sound. That First Class. Oh, you did not miss X, my friend. X, because we already reviewed it. It doesn't qualify. So
I did have it. I forgot we did it too, and I threw it up in there.
Yeah, he threw it up there, and I'm like, oh, we already did that one. Dang it!
Effort.
But yeah, that's one of the rules. If we've already reviewed it, we can't do it. Which gives us, that way we're bringing up a variety of movies. So pretty soon we're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel for anything.
Yeah. You might see Blue's Clues up in here. You never know.
Might see Blue's Clues. If we get B, we might end up with Blue's Clues.
Blue and you.
Damn rules. Damn it. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to our scores. And this we are pretty much on the money with everyone. X was a favorite of mine. Yeah, ours too. Really like
my top 20.
It was top 5 horror movie of the year for sure. I think if it wasn't for Barbarian and one other movie, it was probably my favorite horror movie of the year.
Yeah. I loved it. It was a surprise for me. I had low expectations going into X.
Yeah.
Then, oof.
I was a little uncomfortable.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just, when I'm used to seeing an actor play a certain role and have them slip into something like that. And I'm talking about you, Brittany Snow.
Mm-hmm. Or something slip into her. Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable. And watching Joey King in Bullet Train made me uncomfortable because I'm used to her being like 11 years old and throwing a flag on the White House lawn to do the planes, and then she's 23, and I'm like, wow, she's cute. Wait, look, but she's 23 years old, and it's really uncomfortable for me. Or it'd be like watching Anna Kendrick do a porno. I can't.
She's an American sweetheart.
And that's what Brittany Snow, because Brittany Snow is like, I know her from Pitch Perfect. Mm-hmm. So to have her do this movie where she's a porn star, and I'm just like, I'm not used to seeing. I don't know if I want to see her naked. It just didn't. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I got over that really fast. So,
Rev, I am comfortable with
I was comfortable with Britney. Like I said, I got over it pretty fast. It was like, oh, all right, okay. And then there's a little Jamie Ortega in there.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, I like her. She's hitting big. She's.
Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen The Fallout with Jenny Ortega, do yourself a favor. Watch that. That's fantastic.
Nice. All right, let's get to the scores on X-Men First Class. So we have okay, I did the budget, 160 million. Globally it made 355.4, but I did not say that it made 62.1 million in video sales. And even though it made quite a bit of money, it only made 2.2 times its production budget because the budget was pretty high. So it did not make its money. I think between that and the video sales, I think it was okay. But for cast, we were both at a 10. Acting, you went 7, I went 8. For the trailer, you went 10, I went 9. Ending, we were both at a 10. Story, you went 10, I went 9. For script, we were at an 8. Cinematography, you went 6, I went 9. Direction, you went 8, I went 7. Music, you went 5, I went 6. And for the wild card, it's a fantasy movie. We're both at a 10. IMDb gave this a 7.7. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 86. Audience score 87. You were at an 84, and I was at an 86, taking it our number one spot at 85.
Great movie.
It's fun. Zoe Kravitz and
I forgot
Kevin Bacon in it, and
I forgot Zoe Kravitz was in this.
Yeah. I love Britney's performance. Yeah, I completely agree, but yeah, it just made me uncomfortable at first. I get my father instincts popping in, and I'm just like, wait, that's not right. I want to put a cone on her or something. Go put some clothes on. But that's it. That's our countdown.
Just picking these movies were hard.
Yeah.
But once we got them picked, they were fun watches,
except for Queen of the Damned was I still enjoyed it for the music and stuff, but yeah, the quality is not there. No. And like I said, you can
I hope
tell
that casting director got fired for casting Tim Townsend. Or whatever his name is.
Stuart Townsend.
Tim Townsend is a comic book artist or comic book letter or inker.
Yeah. But yeah, so our countdown from 1 to 11 was between 85 and 75.5. Yeah. And then Queen of the Damned was 66. So it was like, yay! And right into the toilet. That's where Queen of the Damned was. I expected it. That's why it was my last pick. I'm like, I don't have any other choices. Just gonna have to go with that.
That was your comment too. When you
it was because I was like, I couldn't come up with any other options. All right, so you ready to draw our next letter?
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's a good letter. You should have someone in your family do it for you.
Maybe because.
What'd you get? I can't see that. Extra comments off.
I got Y.
Ah, damn you.
But if we get Y, then we get Z.
Yeah.
So Y and Z go together.
You're gonna make me watch Zoolander, ain't you?
No, I did not like Zoolander.
Oh, good. I don't like Ben Stiller. Hot take. I don't like Ben Stiller.
Or we do G.
That's up to you, man. I'm game for anything.
All right, let's do Y and Z. Let's get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Now I got to go find Well, if I draw a Z later, then I can just throw it away.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose your pieces.
I don't want to lose my pieces. As it is, I got to put these in the other bag when they're done. So, all right. So our next one. So, we're shifting our shows a little bit, you guys, just so you know. So we're slowing down the top 10 list. We're going to start doing that every other week instead of every week. And we're going to start doing current releases. So we're going to start reviewing movies that have come out recently. So our window is 2 weeks. So if a movie came out on physical or streaming, if they're streaming, if there's not going to be a physical release, be clear about that. Then within 2 weeks, then we're going to actually watch them and score them if we have them. And we're going to do that. Actually, we're going to record that after this show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And put that on. But we're going to start doing that live next week. So it'll be the same time, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central. And we're going to just talk about current releases and then whatever we watched new that had come out in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
So after this, we're going to record. We're going to record our first one, and then after that, we're going to go live. So this one, we're going to talk about Black Adam, Tar, Banshees of Inisherin, and Pray for the Devil. Those are our 4 titles that we're going to talk about, and we've already scored them and have them ready to go. So look for that to start live next week. And then the week after will be E. We will do our favorite E's, which we've already drafted and we're ready to go. And then after this month, the top 10 show is going to move to Thursdays. And we're going to do just the current releases on Mondays.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about new movies because we don't really talk a whole lot about new movies.
Oh, me neither. We did like for a couple weeks we were doing new ones, but then we stopped and we just kind of went to top 10 lists. But yeah, I kind of want to do new ones just to kind of, and we're going to do our best to make them spoiler free, but it's just basically doing our scores. And if I'll get the same type of thing. I'll look for budget, how much money it made in the theater, stuff like that. And then, if we don't have much to view, then we'll check out some other ones or whatever. We'll figure it out. But I'm thinking if we could do like 3 to 4 at least every week, then it'll make for a decent show. We can talk about it, do some stuff. I might throw some pictures up from IMDb of scenes and stuff. And I'd like to maybe show the trailers, but I have to figure out a way to manipulate the trailer to where they don't ding us on YouTube.
Because we don't want no.
We don't want them to just kill the show or mute us while we're talking.
And we don't know. We're just.
We're just like.
I'm looking forward to talking new movies. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good thing, and it's just it's about time we start scoring new movies, and because we kind of do it on our own.
Yeah, my brain is wired now. When I watch a new movie, I pop it and say, okay, I know this person, so that's a what? And I was like, what the hell am I doing? I'm not even scoring this.
Yeah.
And it's, you hardwired my brain to.
I did. I hardwired you to the lowdown format, and you're just like, oh, yeah, cast, that's an 8.
That's what happened. I forget what I was watching. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not even scoring this. So, yeah. And then we're going to alternate on Thursdays with Comic Talk. And this Thursday, we have really old movies. Harrison is going to join us, and we're going to talk comic books.
Yep. I was looking forward to hearing our thoughts on Banshees of Inisherin. So, we're gonna record that after this show, and then and I'll post that tonight. And then Harrison's like, yeah, man. So we'll and then we'll figure that out from there. I don't know if we're gonna record our top 10 and then do the weekly current show live, or I think we'll do them both live once we move.
Yeah.
Once we move the top 10 to Thursday. Yeah, I like the live too. I'd like to get the chats and get the feedback from the people. So
me too.
It's just for this month, because we're pretty much doing Mondays, that we're going to record the current release unless there's not a top 10, and then we'll do that live. So next week will be live current releases. Whatever comes out this week that we get, or hit streaming this week that we get, we'll be reviewing that next Monday.
Perfect.
So thanks, Mika. I appreciate that. All right.
I'm looking forward to chatting with Harrison. We both are.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna put Harrison in the hot seat and ask him questions. You are being nosy. It's like the 5th time you come over here. Nosy. Anyway, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I just want everybody to have a safe week. Have a great week. Stay safe. Stay warm if it's cold where you're at.
Yep. Stay dry if it's wet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Before we go, and I keep forgetting to do this. Good night, Del. Thank you so much.
Good night, Del.
I want to say thank you to Anchor. Anchor is our sponsor. It takes the audio portion of this podcast and sends it to Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio for us. They do this all for free, and in exchange, and they sponsor us, and also will get us more sponsors once we get more viewers and people listening. So if you guys have Spotify or iHeartRadio or anything like that, please check our podcast out there. Follow us on there. And the more listens we get on, and I think it's just for Spotify or Anchor itself, then we actually get money for that. So that would be awesome.
Yeah.
See you Thursday. Movie Anderson's great show. Have a great night, Mika. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you, all of you, every one of you that turned in, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Just thank you so much for hanging out with us for an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's been awesome. Listen to us babble on about movies. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go to our outro. And again, it is going to show Quiet Place 2 at 5 and X-Men 2 at 4. But just switch that. The scores are both the same. Otherwise, otherwise the countdown's right. And we will see you guys next week with current releases. But take a look tonight. Again, if you can like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and you'll be notified when our current releases for tonight's show will drop. So I will do that tonight once we get it filmed. Until then, you guys take care, be safe, have a great one.
Take care, guys.
Let us know what you think about any movies that you watch, or if you watch anything that we talk about on our current releases. I appreciate that. I would love for you to follow the podcast. It'd be great. And also, on a side note, I have another podcast that I host. It's called Spirits with Spirits, where we drink alcohol and talk about the paranormal. And we just signed a TV deal with Scare Network TV. So we now have a weekly show on Scare Network TV, which is on Roku, Amazon Fire, and by subscription, it's like $5 a month. And they have all sorts of paranormal documentaries and stuff like that. So it's scarenetwork.tv. If you guys want to check it out, please give us a follow on there. And we've got our first episode just hit there a couple days ago. So I'm really excited about that. We've got a year contract with Scare Network TV. So hopefully that turns out to be a huge hit. I'm working on some other old episodes to put on there. So pretty soon there's going to be a lot of material, but there's a lot of good paranormal shows and documentaries and stuff like that on that channel. So hopefully you guys like that too.
Go check it out, guys.
All right. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Check out our show tonight. And also, our Lowdown Awards. I can't stress that one enough. the Lowdown Awards on the 19th, next Thursday. Please, please, please show up because you are going to vote for the winners. So if you can be on the chat on YouTube, I will only have it live on YouTube during that time. Even though usually I go live on Facebook and Twitter. But I won't do that. All the votes are going to come in from YouTube. So if you guys join in on YouTube, you can vote for the winners of each category. It'll be me, Rich, Alex, and Nate from Geeks and Flicks. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it.
Monday, we'll probably start really promoting it. And please, everyone, share our posts so we can get more people to tune in and vote.
Yeah. It'd be great. Love to see that. All right. We're going to get out of here. You guys be safe. Take care.
Take care.
Have a good week.